Welcome. My name is Rich. This is Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning. Almost forgot, and I was scrabbling for the name. Kingdoms of Amalur. I was just about to say Kingdoms of Reckoning, and that's not right either. Okay. Anyway. Interesting. I hadn't noticed before how little cutting edge the chakrams actually have. I suppose that makes it safer to grab. But anyway, so this is Kingdoms of Amalur, Reckoning, not Re-Reckoning. I know about Re-Reckoning, but I also know that there isn't really very much difference. They didn't add anything to the game, barring the ability to change the camera a bit, and some adjustments to the graphics. Like color-wise, coloration-wise, that's the word I was scrabbling for. So, because I already owned Reckoning, I didn't feel the need to buy Re-Reckoning. I feel like it's a good-looking enough game as it is. Character I'm playing as is Hanara. We are currently in Webwood. Yolvan, I think. Isn't it Yolvan? Oh yeah. Or is Yolvan somewhere else? Oh, Canarok. Okay. Yolvan. Oh, Castle Yolvan. There we go. That's Castle Yolvan. Okay. We're going to head into Ettinmere. We have a couple of things to do in there. And gradually work our way east, because we've got a lot of game to get to over this way. And yes, I know that there are enemies on the map, but they respawn. So I'm not terribly concerned about making sure that I go and get them all. I mean, these are basically on the way, so I might as well, but other than that... There we go. Splendid. I think I have vague memories of even when my character that I played the game to completion with was at max level in not blacksmithing, alchemy skill. It was still possible to have a failed attempt at harvesting ingredients from herbs. So I think they all have a chance. I'm glad that oh jeez, what's it called? Is it fire spray? It looks like it sprays fire. I think it's magic mark or something like that. Fire mark? I don't remember. I'm glad it's an AoE. Not just in applying it, but also in when it goes off as well. increases chance, not makes it so that you don't ever fail. Yeah. That might be worth doing. Ooh, I've got 10. I'll be able to add, take a new, thingamay. What's it called? Mark of Flame. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll be able to make, take a new destiny. Yeah, there we go. Adventurer. Tier 3. So I've got, at the moment, increases it by 13. Increased it by 3%. Total damage resistance increased. Yeah, there we go. Nice one. Wonder why someone would leave an elm staff and a shard of crystal in an old log.
On the 3rd year of passage, Tyrinn entered Dallantarth. In dark wood and fany field she strode, until from wandering she was taken to the roots of mighty Velagru's child. So laden with Lyria's song, a greater magic known to none, she communed with nature's spirit, but the lyric she sought was not found. So to the plains of Erethel travelled the Lyria-guided Tyrinn. Wind chased her swarthy cloak and tresses, masked her against the moonlit plains. That ebon evening tide, that coloured shade that so long ago marked us, Tyrinn marched against the celestial expanse. Beneath the diamonded sky she found her rest.
These are boggart bits. Not going to come alive, are they? No. Ettinmere. Hit the wrong button. Tried to do a thing that it couldn't do.
Lord Ferrara, valiant warrior, destroyer of Infamnir, Duke of the Hylarans, protector of the Ring of Chiozai, discoverer of the island of Meropis, were he only to meet a better end.
That's a dead body, left for no reason. I wonder if I'm going to get attacked in a minute. Because this seems like a great place. Oh, okay, I guess it hasn't. I was expecting to be attacked because that seemed like a great place for a... an ambush. Oh yeah, this will take me across from it up to here. To some bar guests as well. Another kill. Ooh. Stone. That's an owly looking thing in the tree there. Interesting. It's like a boggart but made into an owl instead of a weird little goblin creature.
So brief his term among our court, so virile in his living. He is fervor embodied, he is vitality. He rescued Princess Luna to take as his own. King of Strand, Prince of Passion.
I don't think I'm going to bother jumping down. Oh, well. There is something to pick up there, I suppose. And I don't remember there being anything in the water here to attack me. Ooh, Frostblade, interesting. And it's not far to get to the edge to get out. I seem to recall that it's possible to escape enemies by swimming, because I think you're the only person that can swim in the game. Hi, welcome, my Hawkman. On the wiki it claims the owls can be killed, but weapons don't target them ever. Fair enough. I don't really know why I'd want to kill the owls, but good to know, I suppose. Right, Frostblade. Ooh. That looks a little bit like Frostmourne from World of Warcraft. Its owner and origin unknown, this blade was apparently forged by a Yosselfar smith, but enchanted by Varani mage priests. No, I've never seen enemies in water. I've seen enemies in water, not often. Oh, okay. Oh, also it claims there's no benefit whatsoever to killing owls. Yeah, I didn't think there would be, given that they're not targetable. I mean, you could probably hit them with, like, Mark of Flame or something. It seems like a cool sword. I'm not really that interested in using it now, though. Oh yeah, I want to change that back to Ruthless Chakrams, though. Nice that they've coded this such that your character is holding the chakrams in the wrong place. That was interesting to note. I don't remember what this is. This is a Jotun. No, it's an Ettinmere. That was a bit of a bodged assault, wasn't it? I could have done that better. Frostbite. Nice. Oh, it's a great sword. Damp air forms a frost on the enchanted steel, with a Court of Winter engraved blade and grip in classic Fey style. It only does 10 more damage than Frostblade, and it's slow rather than average, so I don't know why. Oh, well, maybe if you were specialising in greatswords, when looting it's often a good idea to ask yourself, is this junk, before clicking take all. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that I can really be bothered using interesting. Oh, yeah, I don't think I can really be bothered using slow weapons. You can right click on items when looking at them to put them in your junk bag. Yeah, I know. I also know that there's missions like actually inside in here, but I just want to run around the outside first before I go in and talk to Enkoneg Holm or Avison Etel. Smaller enemies do. But I guess his size means that he isn't isn't perturbed at all by attacks. Certainly not from chakrams. I suppose it makes in that sense. Ettinmere is an interesting place. Yeah. It happened. I mean, I've got vague memories of it, but it happened a while before the end of the game, you know, like right near the beginning. So I don't really remember it very well.
So simply Famor, so formidably bloody bones. Once companion to Issa, now enemy to the court. Once lover of Era, then bringer of death. Now forever in decay, forever cursed, never to enter the great cycle, forever alone.
Yeah, vague memories of someone called Bloody Bones as well, but I don't really remember what their deal is. No, I can't be bothered trying to open that. I don't expect that it will have very much of interest in it anyway. I think I'll have a go at going around and opening enchanted chests and other things once I've got my dispelling higher. There was a thing to find back here. So saith the minimap. Ah! There we go, I might as well see if I can grab that leech wood as well. No. Oh well. That's the House of Ballads. I can't get all the way around. I have to swim at least some of it, I think. I don't know how they spotted me that quickly. And they just stood there. Maybe the whole time that they were standing there was whilst the eye was filling up, I guess. Maybe if I'd gone into stealth earlier, I'd have been able to hide more easily. I will never claim to be an expert at playing these games. See, if I came across a big old hollowed out log like this with mushrooms growing in it and flora growing in it, I would not trust it with my weight. Luckily, given that this is a game, I don't need to worry about that. What's over here? A bedroll. And somebody. Average dispel fake cash. Let's see what you're about, Ray.
Well, look at what we have here. Truthfully, I never expected to see another civilized soul out here in Ettinmere. Something about the giant hairy monsters must keep people away. Good to meet you. The name is Ray Kildine, purveyor of fine sagecrafting goods and friend to the House of Ballads.
He's a merchant. A bad one, but a merchant. Ah, okay, cool. I have no memory of this guy. I mean, I had a vague recollection that there would be someone here, or maybe a dead body that I could loot or something, but yeah, did not remember this guy.
I've been out here for weeks. Getting in is the easy part. It's getting back out that will get you killed. Lucky for me, Wenson and his friends have their oratory out here. Whatever an oratory is. They've never let me inside.
Oh no, this isn't the House of Ballads, is it? This is the Oratory.
Sure, Wenson and me are close friends, like brothers. He doesn't mind at all if I camp outside the oratory here. Just so long as I clean up my mess.
What's going on with his jaw? It's like it's folding outwards. Fucking weird face.
Apparently he's a legendary knight of the House of Ballads, its ruler. But I've never seen him slay anything. He doesn't even own a crown.
Place to sell junk, not much use otherwise. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Apparently he's a legendary knight of the House of Ballads. I don't call any one village or city home. No, I'm a wanderer by nature, a merchant by trade. Most people just assume it's because I'm a restless spirit. Actually, it's because my wife wants me dead. If the two of you ever meet, don't tell her you found me. Please. She's terrifying.
Shame the poor bugger can't get a divorce.
It's a mystery to me. Fae come and go, but none of them ever pay me much mind. A while back, one of them dropped something in passing. They called it a cairn. I had it in my possession for one glorious night, before they pried it from my grip. Magic, I suppose. They don't seem to do much of anything on their own. I heard Wenson mention something about an echo stone, but I don't know what that is. Sounds like trouble to me.
So some of this garbage then. Don't care about that or that. But these other things could, well, I don't think I could break them down, I suppose. Don't have a use for any of these. Or that, well, I might be able to get rivets out of that. These I'll keep because they've got special names and histories. I don't think that I care about that. We saw that, didn't we? Saw what? Gemma Bloodthirst. What does that even do? 15% chance to steal 15 health per hit. Doesn't really seem worth it. The Echo Stones. Ah, yes. Yep, we know about Echo Stones. The carven stone orbs. I can swim around here into here. I'm not sure. What the rest of this area looks like, to be honest. Explore the water. This is one of the few places you can harvest Essence of Fate. Cool. I should probably actually look up Essence of Fate and its harvesting. That looks like a fancy flower. Essence of Fate. There we go. Nice. And that will replenish itself gradually, I suppose, over time. I wonder why flowers have Essence of Fate in them. That seems a bit weird. Wait, come on. Shit. There we go. I turned in your direction. I tell you to do that. That's annoying. Takes a few days in game for reagents to respawn. Use a repair kit on your weapon. Yep. I didn't realise they were getting so low in terms of endurance. Endurance? Would that be the right word I want? Durability? It seems I can't add crafting components to the junk pile. Somehow I've never seen what happens when a weapon breaks in this game before. It seems as though the weapon doesn't like go anywhere, it just stops being able to do any damage, I guess. Ooh. Scarlet Flowstone. Not quite sure why. Like, that's a big gold crystal thing, isn't it? I don't know why that's growing like that. Maybe it's physically manifesting magic of some kind. Ah, this will be the camp I was supposed to get to. Agarth, who is backed into a corner by some Ettin brutes. That makes sense. Was probably scared that if a weapon broke, the item would go away. The ruin at the centre of Ettinmere is face stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of face stuff around here, isn't there? There's some poor dead bugger. This corpse contains a mission brief from Shieldring Keep, Warsworn Ledger. Take the brief. And now that I'm in range to see Agarth, let's go and help him. I mean, he'll probably be fine.
It's good you're here. I was beginning to think you were just something I saw in the bottle. Welcome to the ruins of Dellach. Because for some reason, you can change fate. In here, I can get a glimpse of the whole of the weave and see where you should fit in. Yes, it doesn't look like much, but in these ruins lies the Theater of Fate, the ancient home of the Fate Weavers. Come with me. No telling what we'll find down there.
Yeah, not just yet, I don't think.
He died before his time, but I can't imagine many tears will be shed for him. You tell enough futures and soon you won't have any friends left.
I knew we'd come to the seat of the Fate Weavers, but I didn't realise it was this soon. I thought it was later or further east.
Everyone thinks the immortal Fae are enigmas, but they've got it all wrong. The Fae are simple, far simpler than mortals. They never change. Even when their bodies die, they reform again, often years later. Ah, the warm and welcoming Fae of the Summer Court. They were the ones who welcomed man, Alpha, and Gnome into the Faelands. You'd hardly realize the Tuatha are the same sort of creature. The Theater of Fate was once an Arathi stronghold. Mortals and immortals worked together to build a site of total understanding. Since then, it's been lost, rediscovered, and abandoned all over again. Mortals can't stand the knowledge, and immortals simply don't care. It's the ruins of the Theater of Fate. This is where the first Fate Weavers learned how to read the weave. They left their wisdom behind in the Destiny Stone. I'm hoping that the stone will tell me who you are.
Nope.
In we go.
Well, eventually, yes, but not quite yet. How much gold do they keep on them, do you reckon?
Such antipathy between them, Ferrara and Famor. Ferrara filled with life in bloom, and the bloody bones with rot and scorn. How terrible is their grapple when they both meet their ends.
Rallying cry. Found the remains of a war-sworn encampment that had been destroyed by Ettin. A letter carried by one of the warriors detailed a mission they were undertaking to kill 4 Ettin shaman that are organizing the Ettin into a war party. I should complete their mission to protect Dellach from the potential threat of the Ettin. When you're talking about shaman, you don't have to put shaman, like shamans. I mean, I guess you could pronounce it shaman, but the plural of shaman is shaman. It's not shamans. And that, additionally, you could just end the sentence with potential threat. Like, you don't need to put of the Ettin, because you were already talking about the Ettin in the previous sentences. Oh well. So I now have a mission to... Oh. He's respawned. This one has appeared, or respawned I suppose. There's one here that I didn't get, and one here. Yeah, I'm just going to continue round. I realise that Agarth is waiting for me, but that's fine. He's waiting. He can wait a bit more, and inside he'll be a bit safer. Oh, hello. Interesting that the two heads have got two different... Still got me anyway. Interesting that the Ettin had different facial hair on each of its faces. Why would the barricade be back here? Instead of, like, further out. Or just positioned differently, I guess. Oh, that looks like a bad time has been had. And that looks like a bad time as well, really. Two crude steel longswords. Yeah, I don't really care about... well, I mean, I guess I could... salvage them. Oh, there we are. Grab. Yeah, that is a crab tortoise, or crab turtle. Crude items are only worth salvaging for base components, really. I think the game uses the idea that Ettin have two personalities. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's got two heads. No Flemish expedition. Looks like these poor buggers have had a bad time as well. Oop, hello. I decided after I found a good pair of Fey blades last time that I quite liked them actually, and that I would use them. Melee block efficiency, physical damage. I don't know why that would count as cure us of dismantling, but okay. So where's this hidden thing? Oh, back up there. Okay. Hood of the asp. I wonder which asp I nicked it from. Stole it. That's the word I was thinking of saying, and then I decided instead to say nicked it, because it's more fun. Damn it. There. Cut your legs off. But it is amusing that once he's dead, he loses all weight. Wow, spiky calves. That has got to make it quite uncomfortable to crouch down, hasn't it? If your calves are spiky. That's a warded box that I can't be bothered. Yeah, it's hard as well, so no thanks. I don't know whether the grade changes depending on your level. Like, if I was better at dispelling, I've seen weirder things in the game. Yeah, fair enough. Thirdens charge. Like, if I was better at dispelling, would that still say hard, or would it change to like easy or very easy? Or average, maybe. So there's an island here, and there's a section here that you can't access unless you swim, it seems. think the noises that little guy makes, those little guys make, are just funny and adorable. Can't see them as being threatening at all. I think hard is a measure of the skill level the game expects you to have at dispelling, i.e. over 7 is recommended for hard. Oh, okay. Ah. Right. I need to find somewhere I can break stuff down, I guess. So let's fast travel. In fact, you can fast travel to the Oratory even though you can't even go inside. Yeah, I know that I was hoping that I'd be able to do fast travel to there, but I was also figuring that if I couldn't, then there'd probably be somewhere else that I'd gotten close enough to explore according to the game or the game's requirements. No, I don't think that well, okay. Simple bindings, better than nothing. There's a town of sorts in Ettinmere. It's a dump, but it's something. Yeah, but I don't think that it has any... I don't think it has a forge. I don't think it has any, like, crafting stuff. I think I'm just going to sell the iron chakrams, actually. You have a shot, don't you?
I'm sorry for being hysterical with you earlier. I lost a husband to those monsters before you arrived, and I was sure to lose my son. But you've saved us, Billis and
A husband?
I thank you for that.
Or your husband?
And wish I had something for your trouble.
Like...
I'll give you all I can.
Saying a husband, you lost a husband, implies that you have more than one? Sell job. And... yeah, I want to go sell, don't I? I don't want to try and click on any of those and accidentally buy them, do I? That would be a bad move. I don't think I care about having hilts. I don't really want to build any swords. Don't know that I care about chainmail either.
Widows spare you.
And well, that's her only...
There's roof beams to cut, thatch and wattle to collect, and daub to form. We'll need more
Farewell
rope,
message.
more pulleys, and more than a fair bit of luck. I'm sorry, stranger. It seems I'm the man to get this village rebuilt. I have to get the next few months of work straightened out.
That's fine. Upgrade my house.
If you're interested in more storage space, I can expand your basement for some gold.
Yep.
Be careful when you go in there. Somehow a spider got in when I was doing the last upgrade.
So go in and do... No, I'll kill the
Stay
spider.
alert.
That seems like the reasonable thing to do, as if this were real. Go and kill the spider. Oh yeah, and also place those two frost weapons in there. It's nice of him to leave this stuff around for me, isn't it? Don't know why he decided I needed a statue, but sure. It's something to put there, I guess. Where's the spider then? Why would there be... Well, okay, so I guess this is a world with magic, but why would you have windows underground, and why would they be lit? I suppose I didn't notice that was there either, did I? Where's this spider then, eh? Book detailing the travails of the webwood. Oh. It's like a children's nursery rhyme thing. Alright. So where's this spider then, eh? Unless it's a relatively small spider. It's not an enemy, it's it's the explanation for the cobwebs. Oh, okay. I thought that there was going to be a spider in here. Oh well. Oh yeah, I've got Canerot Gossamer. I'll try and remember to check how much in fact I guess that'll be the first thing I do when I go into the inn. Check how much that actually sells for. Whether I can sell it here or not.
We've still a long ways ahead of us before the silken seat is back to what it was, but I've had Billis hard at work to make it so. Now, what is it that I can do for you? Widows spare you.
I was just curious about how much it would sell for. Oh, poor bugger. He's all tuckered out. I think I'll leave him be. And salvage these things. Neither of those are things that I want. Sure. Okay. That seems more useful. Yeah, may as well. Improved. Basic. Does more. I wonder why it's here rather than lower down, because I thought that the lower down something was, the kind of the better it was. Improved 7 physical damage, ice damage, and then damage over time. I mean, neither of these are that useful on this weapon after all. Only slightly better than the Viper's Fangs in terms of damage, 1 point. And I don't know that it's worth it. So never mind. Exactly the same. Oh, can't make gloves. Could make a cap though. Sure. Still holding them wrong. Just remembered the iron chakrams I kept.
We've still a long ways ahead
Yeah, okay.
now. What is it that I...
Kept so that I could remove the gem from them.
I can do for you? Beware the forest!
Probably needs a sage crafting bench, unless... Huh. Where's the gem gone?
We've still a lot now. What is it that I can do?
Oh well. It's not that important. But I guess I need to be careful that if I sell an item...
For you. Widows spare you.
If I sell an item that has something, a gem slotted in it, the gem is likely to disappear. In fact, it will disappear. Right, so let's Put the ceremonial helm in here as well. Travel to the Gnomish expedition, because that was the closest place to where I had gotten to, I think.
Lover of summer, but more a lover of Luna. His sacrifice so unexpected, yet so fitting. Forfeiting himself so that she may survive. His cycle is ended, and so weep the maidens. For the most august lover, most exalted hero.
Maidens wept for the most august lover, as in, like, the best. I don't know how many maidens would genuinely weep over the loss of a potential paramour. I think jealousy would get in the way more readily than that, or too readily to allow that. For here. Oh, hollow log. What did I do that for? I want this. Right, I want to come over here. There's a chest over there. I didn't finish looting. Go. Have that. Boudoir. That's almost Erdarath, which is the name of a demon prince in a sequence of songs by a metal band. But I can't remember the name of it at the moment. Let me look it up, because otherwise it will bother me. Sound of Thunder. A Sound of Thunder is the name of the band, and they have a couple of songs which feature the name Erdarath, which is phonetically identical to Uduath, or almost identical. I'm not a huge fan of them, but they're decent. Like, I kind of... This is a matter of opinion, I realise, but there are a couple of other female-led metal bands who, like, I prefer the vocalists of, like Battle Beast, for example. I feel like Battle Beast is a little better. But that's a personal opinion. Of course, Nightwish. Particularly with Floor Jansen. Yeah. Just as well I couldn't just fucking walk off that ledge. Don't worry about me, I'll just loot everything valuable that isn't nailed down. In your village, well, call it a village. It's a single hut. And a shack.
Stranger? There ain't no fish today, stranger. It's best you look elsewhere. Ugh, can't even look a fish in the face anymore. Not ever since I met that nymph. I've been a fisherman on these shores since I could cast a net. Even the Ettin leave me be. Used to be this was Holmes Lake. But I lost my wife Imelda to fever and my nephew abandoned me to go to Dyden Hill. And now I'm just a man content to die in the house my family built here years ago.
Since I could cast a net, castanets.
They're hostile enough normally, but of late it seems like a couple have become struck with divine inspiration. Kind that makes the Ettin go to war. If they keep this up, we might have an Ettin war party on our hands. If only someone might take care of those shamans first. Not much here anymore besides the Ettin and myself. We get the occasional traveller, but it's not often. I can remember when I first saw her, on the cliff to the south, overlooking Ettinmere. I saw that watery maiden and I fell in love with her. I've outlived my Imelda. My nephew Thaddeus up and left for Dyden Hill for want of never seeing me again. I had a chance of ending loneliness, but it was taken from me. The beasts of the wild scared her off. We were to wed by my pier, but I ain't seen her for days now. I'd searched, but the monsters will rip me to shreds.
The weird smile, like, mouth dip that he created there, it's not... I mean, I don't really want to call it a smile, because it wasn't, but, like... That was a deeply unsettling facial expression. Also, by the way, your beloved nymph will eat you, and I'll have to kill her. It's more like his face twitching. Yeah.
I bet you could indeed. But that's only half of what's needed. You must also find my bride-to-be. Then the wedding will be upon us. I've got to find the ring. I need to find my bear musk. I need to prepare. You best start by the pier. If she's not there, keep heading south. She's bound to be somewhere. Go on now. I will ready myself for the wedding and then catch up to you.
Bear musk? I think that's a good idea.
Well, I've seen a few fine women in my day. Even met a fey woman in Gorehart long ago. But that nymph, she's something else. Her skin's lustre, her heaving prow and ample stern. Except for the fishy parts, I mean. But even so, I've fished this lake enough that the form is pleasingly familiar.
That, like, dipping... Because you can't really do that with your lower lip. Like, making the mouth dip like that, both upper and lower lip, that's not what a smile is.
I was to meet her at the old pier, but the gentle creature got scared by the monsters, no doubt. I first laid eyes on her from the cliff overlooking the lake to the south. I bet if you head south, you'll still find her. Please, find my nymph.
Let's boot this gnome awake, because I can't be bothered waiting for him to wake up.
Only one head, by the mercy of the gods. I thought my time had come at last. Fate does not seem to hold much stock in my expedition, but it leaves me alive to see its utter failure through to the end. I'm here from Jester on business. The rest of my expedition was wiped out by the Ettin. Can't say I know all that much about the old man, other than he's a fisherman here in Ettinmere. He's quite a hospitable man, though. He let me stay here without much question. Can't say I know he's quite a hospitable man, though. He their impudence seems tied to their devotion. From what I can tell, a small number of prominent shamans are rallying them. If someone had a head on their shoulders and a blade, then toppling those shaman would help pacify the area. I came here strictly for research purposes. This is not a place many people would come on their own accord. I was leading an expedition to recover a pair of Arathi artifacts, known only as Shine and Shadow. I've spent the last decade researching them. Texts say the artifacts are powerful, but what they can do is never explicitly stated. Regardless, the Templars feel it best to place such items under their guard. But the Ettin have hit us hard. And it's said that the artifacts are guarded in Dellach by an ancient powerful shaman of their kind. I'm at a loss for what to do. I have not had such good news in some time. My research indicates that the artifacts are somewhere in Dellach. It seems they're now a trophy of the Ettin. I can promise you this much. Though my expedition was underprepared, it was not underfinanced. A large reward waits for one who finds the artifacts.
Love how the poison buff makes you look in cutscenes. Yeah, it's kind of wild that it's still there and that no one reacts to it. It's like, I've obviously got something weird going on with my hands. It's like green fire rolling up, and it doesn't care about gravity, so it'll roll down if you hold your hand like this. And everyone's just like, yeah, it's cool, it's fine.
My research has tracked them to Dellach. There is talk of an ancient guardian. From the looks of this place, it's likely some Ettin.
Well, not necessarily. Could be older than that. But, yeah, I'm going to have to try and chase this nymph, I think, all over the place. And eventually, I think I face her here, and she tries to eat me, so I kill her. As long as the green glow is only on you, they don't think it's worth worrying about. Yeah, probably. Continue searching Ettinmere. I mean... Alright, oops. Oh, that switches weapons, okay. That's probably a bit easier and more reliable than trying to use the mouse wheel, actually, because I have in the past tried to use the mouse wheel to switch weapons and gone a click too far and just switched straight back to what I was using. Kick him off the bridge.
There she is, my lovely bride. I am all dressed and prepared for our wedding. Thank you, stranger. Bless you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to seal my bond with a ring and a kiss. Any last words for a crusty bachelor? My nymph! She just fouled that disgusting Ettin with a glance. Beauty kills even the beast, so they say. Did you not see her wiggle her way to the cliff overlooking the lake? It's where we first met, you know. A grand spot for our union. Well, friend, if there's nothing else, I'm off. You're welcome to witness the event if you care to. What are you talking about? That was my nymph. Have you not heard tales of them? It's staring you right in the face. Well, I'm not going to stand here and suffer the unfounded insults you keep slinging. I'm going to my wedding. Here goes nothing.
He says, and then immediately starts cowering.
You see enough sadness in your life, and you look for hope where you can. But you were good enough to save me from that beast. Now, I ain't a rich man, you know, but I do have this to give you. It's my wedding ring. Now, I don't mean nothing by it. I've pissed on Imelda's memory enough. Seems fair I give up what hasn't been taken. I've been a fisherman on these shores since I could cast a net. Used to be this, and now I'm just an old man content to die in the house my family built here years ago.
Okay, so I've already heard these, even though it's refreshed them for some reason. Maybe because he's moved to a different location?
It ain't much. Just a small charm that she had when we were wed. When fever took her, I mounted it on her grave. And then one of those two-headed bastards pried it off. Carried it to the lake, giggling like a pair of fools. Wouldn't dare follow the beasts there. But if you... well, you've helped me enough. Thank you. You're a kind soul indeed. The Ettin took to the shore as soon as I saw him. He's somewhere on the lake's edge, I'm sure of it. One of those Ettin took it and headed south, along the shore. He's somewhere on this lake. I know that much.
And I can also level up, so let's do that. I mean, I should probably be spreading my points so that they're all even, but when I get and get them to here, so that I can do the last three with the fate. So I guess I'll just fucking do that, I guess. That might be useful to have. Sure. Oh yeah, there was.
Hello there.
Ring that I got. wedding ring owned by Encogneg Holm, a crazy fisherman of Ettinmere. It looks valuable. I don't know, even though it says looks valuable, it still feels... I don't have any other use for it. It feels disrespectful to just pitch it the first chance I get. Wonder what's stopping him functioning correctly. No. Nuts. Cut your knees off. I wish you could dodge mid-attack like this. Ooh. What are you? It's a scepter. The scepter's owner, Jean Yave, disappeared, but the scepter later surfaced in a Jotun treasure hoard in the high wastes south of Ettinmere. That's quite fancy, isn't it? Oh yeah, the gold drop bonus is from Detect Hidden. Yeah. Every point you spend increases the amount of gold found as you explore the world. Or, well, all of these do. I don't know whether... Yeah, every one of them does. So you get a certain amount based on probably your level when you set the level for a zone, but then also another amount based on your Find Hidden skill. So even if you don't intend... Well, I mean, Find Hidden is basically just so that you can... thought the scepter tooltip was a property of the scepter. Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, 5% gold drops. Missed that. That's cool. I mean, I don't think that I want to equip it just so that I get 5% more gold. Because that would take up a weapon slot that I do actually otherwise use. doesn't even fucking do anything. Well, you got some offense in, I guess. Well done. Ah! Carve your legs up. Still a bit too close there. Probably could. And then kill you with a hook line straight to the dick. What is that attack called anyway? Harpoon. Just harpoon him straight in the knob. Might as well come down here first and then up here. Oops. Oh, they resist that, do they? Okay. Harpoon in the dick. It's a great way of killing Attins. Probably isn't any point in trying to sneak up on this guy either. Given the sneak attack that I did before didn't actually seem to do anything Okay, I can avoid both. That's a Disney villain death, isn't it? Just straight off into the water. Off a cliff. Am I sure he's dead? Well, he left a loot drop, so yes. Might as well visit this section because I still haven't actually gotten fully rid of this blob of Fog of War, had I? This game would be a lot different if it had jumping and climbing. Yeah. It probably would have been way more difficult for them to complete, and it may not have gotten completed if they tried to. Well, I suppose they probably would have needed. Oh, hello. They probably would have needed to. Build it differently. Oh, two Ettin. Oh, you fucker. Dodge no, didn't do anything Harpoon in the dick! Best way to kill an Ettin. I wonder if any of these Ettin have been killing a female. Ooh, fine iron chakrams, nice. Might save scum to get fine iron. Oh no, iron. Hold on. I don't care about iron, do I? I care about steel. If they were fine steel discs, then I would care to save scum to. Make sure I got the discs so I could forge something useful, something better out of them with some elemental nature, but well, yes, I mean azurite would be better, but I'm unlikely to find any azurite just yet. I don't think I'm quite. I mean, I'm still not. I'm level 9, I think, of a possible 30 or 40. So yeah, there's no way. I'd be getting mid-tier. Saw one person on YouTube speculate that it was a shortcut to make development faster. The jumping and climbing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about game creation to be able to speculate, but I have a suspicion that whether your character in your game can jump and climb or not depends on very, very low base level coding, like level is 0 to 40. Okay, I wasn't quite sure. I feel like whether your characters can climb and jump or not depends on the engine, which is like one of the first things you decide when you're making a game, like what engine you're going to use. And they may well have made the decision to use an engine that doesn't have climbing and jumping, so that they could leave out all the work that would be necessary to define areas, vertical areas that you could climb and work out falling damage and like. Because it makes things easier if you have if you have an edge, and then you define that edge mostly as a section that cannot be walked over by a character, except for a few locations like the jump points where you run up to and then you press F to interact with them, and then you jump. Talked to Taco Fangs, who is one of the main level developers in CO and STO, and well, he pointed out that it's a lot easier to define missions if you only go to a small region. Yeah. And technically, none of this is... well, I mean, I guess there probably are separate regions. Like, these act as the loading zones, and when you cross them, when you cross a certain point, the game loads in the new area rather than the previous area. But technically, if I wanted to, I could have run from Alistair Tower all the way over to Tywilly Coast, or Gallifore, or Candrian, or even down to Apotir and Odessa, maybe, if I'd been careful and been able to dodge and been willing to keep trying even if I got killed. Like, it would probably spoil the game quite badly by setting the level of each of the zones really low if I'd run from Alistair Tower from level 1. But it would be possible. Like, there aren't any barriers to progress. Well, except for you'd need to do some missions in Rathir to be allowed to be sent on the ship to Melsinshire. And I don't know... I don't remember what they are anymore, and I don't know what they would require of you. I'm here anyway. May as well jump off and go back to Enconeg. Maybe I need to leave the area before he'll reload. Oh no, I probably want to go this way, don't I? Because that's... the way up is over on this side, isn't it?
Hello there. You found it after all. For Imelda's sake, I'm glad you didn't leave it with that monster. But I have a few coins left to my name, and you can take them. And the bed's free for your use whenever you care for it.
Thanks, dude. Why he's still... flailing around here. So the mission inside Arathi Rune. Yep, that's where I'm heading next. Gonna do that, and well, I've got two missions there. One with Agarth and one with the gnomes objective. With the, I think it probably sounds like to me a pair of twinned weapons. But I guess we'll find out it might be... It's probably a pair of daggers, but it might be... a pair of Fey blades or something. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Confused myself there. Oops. Oh no, I've already harvested that. Nice. Just realised after getting this far that I could have fast travelled, because this is a location you can fast travel to. Yeah. Oh well. So my app is just telling me welcome to Vanilla Jester's chat room. I don't know whether it's connecting properly at the moment. I mean, it's given me a message saying I'm connected, but all that really tells me...
Ever since this place was abandoned, strange beasts have moved in. Stay close.
All that really tells me is that I'm having connection issues and I might not be able to read chat properly.
Keep quiet. We aren't safe here.
Continue. He told us before that this place has been abandoned twice since its creation.
This place has been abandoned for so long that some Fate Weavers think it's just a legend.
I wish I could tell Agarth to deal with the wolves whilst I deal with the Ettin, but I won't have such luck. Hello! Was like a belly flop jump. Ooh, greater healing potion. I need one of them. Take it back to Dallentarth. Gorhart. That's the word I was looking for. There aren't any traps in here. That was a wild move. managed to kill him with harpoon for a bit. A little bit disappointing.
Another victory!
I don't know that getting knocked over by a wolf whilst and stand up bleeding. I don't really know that you could call that another victory, but all right. Justify it however you like, Garth. One thing I like about wands is that you can pick off some of the enemies from the balcony. Enemies can't jump either, so wolves have to run up the stairs to attack. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay, this is the artifacts. I thought this was the... it would have been a gold ring, I suppose, if it was. Alright, so let's head back and pick up the artifacts that I can't remember the name of. The Mr. Gnome friend wanted me to get. Oh yeah. Just appears right next to me. Maybe he has me as set as somewhere he can fast travel to. Hello chaps, you ready to get a harpoon in the dick? Ha! He got the final strike. You kill-stealing bastard. Ooh, Shine and Shadow, nice. Let's have them. See what they do. One option with the wards is that you can just save, then auto attempt instead of the minigame. I guess. Weapons. Shine and Shadow. Ooh, that's quite a lot of damage. There are two sides of a coin, searing hot during the day, ghostly cold at night. I wonder whether they apply the damage, or like it's got fire and ice damage, but I wonder whether they apply it together or separately in night and day, because there are weapons that do more damage in the night and weapons that do more damage in the day. Okay, this makes sense. This does not. That's not how you hold a weapon with a knuckle bow. That is a protective bow-shaped bit of metal over the knuckles. That's not. That's well, you can. I mean, it's narrow enough, I suppose, but knuckle guard. Yeah, it has several different names. They need repairing. So do they. So does that. I could do with it too. Right. I'll have these daggers for a while, I think. I don't imagine that what's-his-face will mind too much if I use them whilst I'm in here. I mean, what he doesn't know can't hurt him. Where are you at, Agarth? Come on. Stuck back here.
The theater can show us the whole tapestry of fate laid bare. We can do nothing to change it or prevent its horrors. Well, most of us can't.
Call it academic research into the properties of the weapons. What do you do? Poison resistance. I think it's junk. Improved charge ward strength. Okay. Repair. No, it's way better. I should swap that out. I'm thinking I should probably clean up my choice of fate and skill distribution. Choice of fate necessarily. But like, I've put points into using swords, and I don't care to use swords anymore. So,
This way.
yeah, okay. Unbind Destiny. Yeah. Oh. Care about this, care about this. So let's continue to put points into both of them. Care about this, care about these. Okay, another point. Forgot about that. You can equip from the compare screen. Ah, I didn't notice. Thanks for letting me know. Right, another point in here, I suppose. And another point in that. Even though I don't tend to use it very much, because I keep forgetting. Maybe I would, yeah. I guess I'd do more damage with sneak attacks if I put points into this, which I had been neglecting. There we go. Oh, why am I unequipped everything? This. Where did the tattered shirt come from? Was I just using crude steel gauntlets? Armor has destinies and requirements. Respecking resets all those. Yeah, I figured that was what had happened. I just didn't really think it through, I guess. But I still got my weapons equipped. Yes. Even though... Oh no, that's only level 3 requirement. Okay. None of these have skill requirements. Interesting. Okay. I think I've spent my skills better now. Although I need to reapply. Oh, these are in different places. Abilities. Can I change the position of these? Yes. Good. This goes... So it de-equips your armor, all of it, and to keep you from being naked, just find some rags from nowhere. Yeah, apparently. Struggling to get these to go where I want them, though. Okay. Not sure how to rearrange power tray, it's weird. Oh no, I'm inside, aren't I? I'll wait and do it a minute. I'll wait and do it afterwards. Let's see about stabbing this guy in the back. In the kidneys. Stop it! What are you doing, you idiots? The ambush didn't help. But
After all those years of hiding in a bottle, it's good to see some action again. If only one last time.
well, that's not ominous at all. No, still can't bloody apply there. Abilities. I think I'm going to need to close and open the game again. Fuck. Jesus. Ugh. Maybe I can make space by drinking potions. Hurrah! And it would be better to have sold those, but oh well. There's a bridge down there. We'll be going down there shortly. Gonna need to go down and round. And the Ettinmere War Priest down there. Is going to be somewhat significant. Honestly, I'd have sold most of those potions before entering the dungeon, yeah. I forgot. Because I never use them, it never occurs to me that they... yeah, I never remember that they're there, basically. Where's Igor gone? Oh, he's stuck here. Huh. Weird. It's something they do a lot in interior spaces. They make it feel huge by adding all these areas you can't get to. Well, except we will be going down there. Agarth can possibly manage to not give us away by charging in. Yeah, don't worry about me at all. Don't really see armor or anything. I'm not a threat. I'm just crouching down for no reason. Do want to have a sip of that though. Kobolds and Ettinmere. Interesting. At least that stacks. Agarth in every fight. Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, he's definitely a Leroy Jenkins, isn't he? He even came out of stealth to start swinging before the ambush sprung. The fucker. Right, inventory. Consumables. I mean, I might as well, because I didn't really feel like it was useful. I mean, so it increases my alchemist art by 1, but it only lasts for like 30 seconds, maybe 45, but probably not yet, not quite a minute. And I don't have any missing mana, so can't use that. I may as well add junk. Add junk. Add junk. Add junk. Add junk. And I don't use these either, so add them to junk as well. I would have gotten rid of them, but
we're almost there, or at least as far as I can take you.
alchemy has major thresholds, those being levels where you can use more reagents. Early game using more than 3 is a waste anyways, and you unlock that ability to use 3 reagents in alchemy at only 3 points invested. Yeah, but I was thinking of using the alchemy potion to pick ingredients, or at least increase the chances of getting ingredients when I picked.
This moment. I'm sorry, my friend. This is as far as I can take you.
I'll put in the dick. Okay. That's still fine.
Well fought. I'm still alive. He was supposed to... Do you have any idea what you've done? What sort of power you're playing with?
I changed fate, right? Where's the broadsword from? It's a manifestation of fate, I guess. I don't worry about it too much. Agarth is asking me what I do. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to say, I fuck fate. But this will have to be close enough.
You absorbed everything he was, everything he would do. You changed the weave of destiny itself. Because of you, there are deeds he won't do. Children of his that won't be born. Victims that won't die when they were supposed to. Right now? No, you probably saved both our lives. But there's no way to tell what larger changes you've made in the fate of everyone around you. You are much more dangerous than I thought. We need to get you to the Theater of Fate right away.
He wouldn't have killed us, because we had him absolutely on the ropes and neither of us were in any trouble. So I don't know why Agarth said he would have killed both of us. I mean, was he not part of the same fight? Oh well. Right, I want to put another point into Detect Hidden, because I want those points. I'm doing that more often now, so I'm doing more damage. Sneak attack. Yep. And may as well. Make me sturdy. If this isn't an area that is an excellent place for an ambush, I don't know what is. No? Okay, apparently I'm wrong. We're not going to get randomly attacked. It's amazing there's anything still useful in any of these places, to be honest. Break them down. Average dispelled. I don't care. Oh, Agarth's still lost in the previous room, I guess.
Another victory!
No, I'd rather stab them. Stagger in the face. Haha. Oh. Why is he teleported off down the tunnel?
The Theatre of Fate. I never thought I'd see it.
There's all these built into the side of the cave wall. Hello.
Another victory!
The perspective feels off. It's like they're drawings on the wall rather than physically here. I think they're supposed to look like they're actually... This is the part where you go where the Ettinmere are. This cave feels bigger than Ettinmere. Bigger, oh right. Maybe it's the same size. Where's Egoth gone? Stop running off, would you? And I guess he's excited. He didn't think that he'd live to see this. So I suppose I can forgive him. Stop teleporting off. Oops. Huh.
We Fate Weavers never fully understood the power of this place. Seems there's a lot we don't understand.
Skaru.
Gods, I should have brought another bottle.
Where have these candles come from? Can't take it because of the fucking...
No surprise that Niskaru found its way to this place of power. Everything about these ruins is dedicated to this room, and at the center of it all is the Destiny Stone. With it, the Fae taught the Fate Weavers the answers to the deepest mysteries of fate. Put your hands on the stone, and maybe we can find answers to your own mysteries. This temple was built by the Arathi. and it's been here as long as recorded history. But the Destiny Stone was made by the first Fate Weavers. The legends say that they drew on ageless wisdom to build the stone. But with our order so scattered now, it hasn't been used in years. The Niskaru are hideous creatures of chaos and corruption. They hated the Arathi, but unlike them, the Niskaru still stalk our world. Thankfully, they've mostly been driven back from the Feylands, but you still find a few lurking deep underground. Just put your hand on the Destiny Stone. It'll show me where you fit into the tapestry of fate.
Open this up first. Cool, that'll add to the stack.
The Destiny Stone came apart at your touch. And all around you, the tapestry of fate, unweaving itself. And there at the core was the Codex of Destiny. The wisdom that the Fae used to help the first Fate Weavers understand the nature of the weave. Don't you see what this means?
Short version, Agarth has no idea where the knowledge of the weave of fate came from. Well, I mean, from the Arathi. The world is changing, that I broke your fate rock.
Ha! A small price to pay for the Codex of Destiny. If we can find a way to read that, it might help us understand something about you. But for now, just understand this. You're changing the fate of everyone you meet. That could make you more powerful than anything that's walked this world.
This means I'm unstoppable! Yeah, this will play it straight though. It won't let me be goofy about it.
As dangerous as an open flame. You could help people or destroy them entirely. When you get involved, there's no grand cosmic plan.
Fantastic.
Only freedom and all the dangers that come with it. And that means I owe you... Wait. What's that?
Purge the abomination! In the name of Godflaw! Attack!
Hello! You could have brought better dudes if you wanted to destroy me.
Who are you? How do we know you're not working with the Tuatha?
Well,
I
she
don't
just
care
killed
if
one.
you trust me. I'm much more interested in your friend here. You're welcome.
Ooh, stuff to loot. Not interested in a barely dressed elf girl. I'm interested in looting shiny objects.
I'm beginning to think that these Tuatha don't like you. Now why do you think that might be? After all, someone who can change the fate of the world, who wouldn't want you? I'm not sure, but they're very well informed about your location. They came straight here from Didenhill, but they're not nearly as interesting as you. Especially now that they're dead. Now it's my turn. Why are you here?
I don't see why I should tell you diddly squat. I mean, sure you helped, but they weren't a problem.
Ha! Knowing the future is for fools. Who reads the end of a book before it's time? Save your attention for the present. Like that codex you found? Our scholars thought those were all gone from the world. But you're just full of surprises. Good luck understanding it. That's Fey knowledge. They don't even have a written language. The stone is simply embedded with what they know, unseeable to mortals.
What's Agarth doing back there?
Normally, I'd suggest looking in Issa, but the Fae are not fond of unexpected guests. But don't look so sad. There's still hope. When you're ready, meet me at the House of Ballads. Be on your way.
Was he praying to her booty or something? Didn't seem that impressive to me.
We can't trust her. Never met a Darkelfar who'd give me a straight answer, even with a sword at their throat. But she wasn't wrong about that codex. Just be careful doing anything she suggests. Meanwhile, we can't just ignore the Tuatha that are tracking you. We need to do something about them.
I don't trust her either. She said the Fae have no written language. Apparently. I mean, it makes sense that you would find the lore stones around instead of, like, carven stone tablets with words on them. Like, all of their history is recorded orally.
Wise, but that doesn't mean she's our enemy either. You need someone to look at that codex, and only the Fae would understand it. And she was right about tracking those Tuatha. Meet me at Didenhill, and I think I could follow them back to wherever they've made camp. I've got some final rites to perform before I leave this place. Good luck.
We're just going to leave it, like, floating in the middle of the air there. What are those weird letters used for in all those books? Oh wait, I'm thinking of books created by the Scully Arcana. Probably Elven. Yeah, probably. Probably Elven or human. I mean, the Fae do carve symbols into things, but it's more patterning than written language, really. Like, they might represent something, but I probably don't care about that. Oh, we've been here already. Ah, it's blocked. That's why. Fair enough. Now then, let's hop down there, I guess. Go and sell some junk to this dude. Come on, wake up. Got some stuff that I want your gold for.
I've got some new merchandise since I saw you last. I didn't quest for it or anything. It was already with my things. I found it the other night when I got drunk and vomited in my pack. Don't worry, I cleaned it.
Sell junk. I thought that would be cloth, but I wasn't sure. Alright. Cleared some junk out my inventory. Good. But there's still other stuff that I want to salvage. Ballads Oratory unlocked with the ring of House of Ballads. Hello chaps. Why are you sitting on the floor when there's a bench here?
Hello, I'm Lady Olane. What do I call you? I prefer names to titles. Sometimes we here at the House of Ballads can get a little caught up in the veneration. Of course, you're Sagril now, as it should be. Welcome. Famor was no friend to his kind even before he was cursed. It is good that Ferrara's lot in the telling is to end the fiend's days. He deserves it. It may seem silly to outsiders, but the Court of Enchantments has become very meaningful to the Fae of the Summer Court. Our songs live on despite the decline in magic.
Magic's always declining. Why are you never part of a story that's happening during an increase in magic? She doesn't use your real name. Yeah, I don't think that there was really much point in giving your character a name at the beginning. I mean, if I'd remembered, I could have called them Sagril.
Mortals have kingdoms and tribes and nations. We Fae are connected to one another by a deeper understanding, a magic from which we've all been born. The Court of Summer is a circle of elders that, for lack of a better word, governs our kind.
But yeah, nobody in the game ever uses your name.
No one knows why it is happening. Not even Hallam the White. Yet every day we can feel it, like a shiver of coming autumn, a deadly frost on the morning air. I believe it is due to what the Tuatha have wrought with their flames of war. The world burns. None of us can escape the cleansing fire. He's an incredible creature, unique in every way. No other Fae hero has grasped the imagination of our people like he has. Call me Olane. The others will never call me anything but Lady Olane, Knight of the Golden Knot, Destroyer of Sreng, and Keeper of the Fenian Cycle. I won a seat in the House of Ballads many seasons ago. Back then I was lost, and I desired a new telling, one with meaning. Your kind might call it a purpose. I have not met one myself, but there is word that Tuatha have been glimpsed in the shadows of western Dalantarth. Our kind survives by the grace of nature, and there is nothing natural about the Tuatha. When the roots are poisoned, the fruit spoils on the vine.
This is something I'd been pondering earlier. New Fae aren't born. All Fae are reincarnations of a race born long ago. From long ago. But from what? I don't think they remember who made them. I don't think they can. And yeah, this will probably be stealing, won't it? I should probably leave that alone. There's another person over here. Queen Belmaid. So obviously something created them at one point, and it involves a stem and coming from a hollow in the earth. So they're basically plant people, it seems.
Welcome, Lady Sagril. May I congratulate you on your victory in Gorguath. I am Queen Belmaid, love of King Wenson and Grand Lady of the House of Ballads. The Fae of the East are not our enemies. We count them among our kind. At least we did. Times change. That is such a mortal thing to say. It is likely that you do not understand our need for continuity, our desire to repeat the past for the good of the coming future. What then is your drive to create a bloodline? There is no difference. The House of Ballads is our family tree. It is the sire we look to for wisdom.
I'm betting they are a living aspect of the Weave of Fate. But who made the Weave of Fate and why? Well, I mean, I know the answer because I've completed the game.
He represents all that is pure and just in the Summer Court. He is the vibrancy of life, what the Winter Court has always sought to darken with its decaying ways.
But to be honest, I don't think that the creator of the Weave of Fate also created the Fae.
She is our nemesis. The villain we in the House of Ballads are destined to thwart through all the seasons of the telling. If there is trouble, the maid is at its origin. I do not speak of my exploits, unless to warn against the pride that engulfs all who celebrate the telling. We are symbols of a greater truth, not the truth itself. I am best known for my infiltration of the Maid of Windermere's kingdom beyond the hills. It was I who shattered her ambitions to topple the Summer Court. It is difficult to see from its current condition, but the Oratory was once the finest venue for performances of the Summer Court canon. The voices still linger. We regaled many a king under the Oratory's grand canopy, but those seasons have passed. Our time has passed. This realm is at the mercy of cycles, of seasons, and the role of the Fae is no different. The telling is the ongoing story in which we all play an integral part.
Oh, hey.
May the stone sing your song to the ages. May the breath of time remember you. Listen. Listen as the echo stone etches each ballad in memory. Enfaminir, the name alone cools the drops to ice, mutes the scream to a whisper. Enfaminir. It came from beyond the sea, tearing through the veil as one tears at a warm belly for a meal, hungry and sensing the pulsing blood underneath, smelling the prey. It was Ferrara who met the beast, who raised his blade to the sky and sent the Horanox into a tunnel of fire, back to the other side, back to the brink of elsewhere. And Enfaminir rested, waiting for the day when it would return. For as long as there were kingdoms to conquer and chaos to sow, its gaze would be upon us.
Enfaminir sounds like a demon, because whoever it was sent him back, or sent the Horanox, or I suppose, what was it? Niskaru. I think they're Niskaru. I think the Horanox is the Fey word for Niskaru. Hey, Winston.
When Hallam told me a mortal had taken the open seat, I did not believe him. But here you stand before me. Impressive. It is a pity about Sagra, a grand hero. But there's not time to raise the king's token in his honor. We need every hand carrying a sword for the coming battle. We've come to aid Sir Ferrara, our brother in the Court of Enchantments. It is time for his telling of the Ballad of Bloody Bones. It is a ballad of obsession and sacrifice, one of the summer's oldest. Bloody Bones was not always as a terror. No, he was once called Faemor, a counselor to Issa himself. Sadly, he was driven by lust, and by his need to possess whatever he desired. Taking Lord Issa's lover, he fled with her to his hollow of Udua. When the maiden was rescued, Isa cursed Famor. He could not die, and his soul would never enter the Great Cycle. He became an abomination, known only as Bloody Bones. Every few seasons, Bloody would emerge and steal away a maiden to make his bride. That is, until he took the beloved of Sir Ferrara. We are legendary champions of the telling, brought together for the purpose of ensuring Summer Court glory for seasons to come. Like all other Fae in the Western lands, I am a subject of the Court of Summer, our wise council of elders. They are responsible for the well-being of our kind. I do not speak of magic with a knowing tongue, but I do know that the persistence of Fae songs is eternally linked to the enchanted lore stones in which they exist. When mortals began to use magic to create, change, and even destroy their own lore stones, it was decided that the Ballads of the Summer Court needed better protection. The cairns are a new kind of lore stone, Hallam's way of keeping outside influence from affecting our stories, from corrupting them as the days pass and seasons transpire. There is no need to kneel. Honestly, I wish I could do away with all this king nonsense altogether. The tragedy we face, it is not legend. It is real. It is now. Yes, I am the acting Wenson, but the true king has been gone for many seasons. I am the 5th such Fae to hold the title, and at times like this, I wish I did not.
So the king, presumably the King Wenson, the first one, hasn't been reborn yet from the cycle, but everyone else, all the other Fae, decided that they needed a Wenson to continue the tellings, and they've had people compete for the position, much like I competed and took the position of Sir Sagril. So presumably he's not the first, he's not a reincarnation of the first Wenson. He's just one of the Fae who's taken on the role.
It is an amulet worn by all King Wensons in the telling. I wear it, as have all the kings who rose and fell at the mercy of the seasons. Only he who wears the king's token is worthy of walking in Wenson's stead, of singing the most important songs of the Summer Court. He is one who prefers action to discussion, a tempestuous firebrand who would rather pursue the mortal flesh than any other of life's mysteries. That is why his ballad is such a stirring one. Ferrara will always be the lovable rogue who finally chooses another over himself. Timeless is what it is.
I have a suspicion. I mean, that's the second time that Fae has been referred to as being more interested, like being carnal. Well, third actually, really. So I'm wondering whether the Lossothar and Dokothar are the offspring of Fae and humans. And it was the Fae being interested in fucking and humans being also interested in fucking. I mean, there's plenty of weirdos on our planet who would have sex with odd partners if the partners were available, and why wouldn't there be such weirdos in Amalur? And I mean, the Fae seem to be interested in mortal flesh, as he said. The world here has a lot more than just humans and elves, though. Yeah. I don't think that the Ettin or the Jotun or the Kobold are offspring of humans, though.
Few know the truth of the House of Ballads, that we are not the actual heroes of myth. Those knights have gone, passing into the cycle, or moving on to nobler adventures. However, it is our wish for the great songs to endure, that seasons of Fae would sing them before the fires. True power is in returning to what matters. So the House of Ballads was established, and worthy warriors were found to act in the roles of Wenson, Bellmaid, and the others. To tell these tales is a great honor. Ferrara went in pursuit of his nemesis, for Bloody Bones has emerged, poised to abduct a maiden to be his mistress. So goes his song. You will need to revive Ferrara after the battle. I can only assume Hallam would not have sent you unprepared for this task. Go to Ferrara, and quickly. When the two of you finish, I will await you at the House of Ballads in the north. Do be careful, Sagril. Uduath is northwest, on the shores of Ettinmere. It is sealed by a powerful spell, but Bloody's magic is weak, and you should be able to gain entrance. Good luck.
Oops. Fucking... Why would there be a little hook on the end of the edge there? Sky Blossom. Nice. That's useful stuff. Right. I want to fast travel to Canarok. Actually, if I fast travel to Goreheart, I'll be able to hand in the mission of the Greater Healing Potion. There's actually 3 races of giant, but one of them only lives in the Naros DLC. Oh, fair enough.
What is it? You made it. Just in time, too. Give me the potion. It will help, but it's not enough. Someone must go to the Fae and explain what happened here. One small misunderstanding and we'll no longer just be strangers to the Fae. We'll be enemies.
Unlikely.
She is a member of the House of Ballads, the legendary court of Fae heroes. They are warriors without equal, with centuries of glory to their names. If one of their own was killed by a mortal, the House of Ballads and its king would bring a fierce vengeance upon us. Goreheart would be a ruin by day's end.
I don't know that that's true. They may just go, oh well, we'll wait till they're reborn from the cycle. Or have someone else to compete to take on their role this time in the telling.
I'm not sure yet, but this is bad. She's Fae. Even worse, she's a knight in the House of Ballads. Fae don't kill their own, so it must have been someone in Goreheart. If the House of Ballads learns of this, the king will burn Goreheart to the ground. They see all mortals as invaders.
I don't think that's true.
We could go to the Warsworn and get an oath of protection, but that would require payment. We mustn't cover this up. But who do we tell? You're turning out to be very helpful, my friend. You have my gratitude. I'll see to it that you're honored. Rumor says that the House of Ballads has its headquarters not far from here, in Glendara to the northeast. Try to gain entrance if you can.
Ethins are big, two-headed people. Jotuns are huge ice people, and the other one is stone people that are somewhat less huge.
Once they fought the beasts of chaos, marching to glory through many victories. Sadly, they fell, as all great men do. Now they're nothing more than hired blades. Anyone can earn their allegiance with a few pieces of gold.
Yes, but they have standards.
All I know is what I learned in my youth. The heroism of King Wenson and his court of enchantments. My gran spoke of them nightly as she sat by my bedside. For all I know, the House of Ballads is nothing more than myth. But I have a feeling that it exists, somewhere out in the deep mists of the Feylands.
If only he knew he was talking to a knight of the House of Ballads.
It's east of here, in the meadows of Yolvin. The Feylands are a wicked place, crawling with creatures so strange you'll assume you're dreaming. Farewell.
Need something? Greetings.
And then I guess I'll go
The
in here
Red
to
Legion is around.
salvage stuff. Ooh, that was quite a lot of stuff. Now I want to save scum to get the discs out of them, I think. Recently started a new game and actually made a great healing potion with alchemy myself at around level 1 or 2. Oh wow, nice. I wish this story had a fork where you could show him the signet ring. Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it? This is obviously supposed to be a lead-in to get you to the House of Ballads, unless you happen to wander there, as we did. It makes the quest so much shorter, but also has less dialogue since I hadn't even heard of the House of Ballads or Warsworn yet. Hurrah! First try. Yeah, first try. And then I'll just sell the other stuff. Let's see if I can craft any new chakrams. Steel flame disc. Improved handle, crit damage, physical damage. Ooh, plus 5 fire damage. Health. Critical hit damage with physical. How are these? Yeah, they're better, aren't they?
Hello. Care to part with some gold?
Nope. I want to part with some items and get your gold.
Come see me again.
And then I will... Is there any point? Well, yeah, okay. Oops, no. Save scum. To get the discs out of those previous chakrams. I mean, that's quite a lot of things. Ooh, base component and improved handle. Yep. Third game. Corner shop. Cool. That's what I wanted. I mean, it would be nicer if I got more stuff, but improved hardened rivets are potentially worth having. Maybe I should try again. I mean, mainly what I wanted was the discs, but the rivets probably are worth going for as well. I don't want the simple handle. Improved hardened grip. It's not what I want. Basic flamed grip. Wait, hold on. That's just what I've been saving, because I've been disassembling the wrong fucking weapons. They're the ones I want. They're the fire steel chakrams are the ones I want. And the ice shock chakrams are the ones that I want to disassemble. Wow, that would have been... Flamed grip is plus damage, but basic. Yeah, that's what I was hesitating over. Right, let's save the game. No, I want the discs. Greedy and get something more than just the discs. No, that's not. More about getting improved components in the base item. Fair enough. Do you suppose these are worth keeping? I mean, they are basic, but they do have qualifiers on them. Three parts is more than you usually get, and I'm not sure you can get anything better than basic off that item. Fair enough.
Come in. Yes. What do you need?
Sell some of this components that I'm never going to use, like large steel blade, frost dowel. I don't think I don't care about that. And I don't think I care about small steel blades, because I don't really want daggers.
Come see me again.
Let's just go and do some talking. I mean, we're slightly over 3 hours, but...
Yes, how may I be of service? Hello again, my friend. I believe congratulations are in order. Isn't that how you mortals express appreciation? No doubt you speak of Illuvia, impetuous fool. I told her to avoid your settlement, to avoid Odorath altogether. She never listened to my warnings. I will chastise her appropriately upon her return. It is a loss, yes, but not the first unexpected event in this telling. What happened? Attacked, you say? Your kind is too timid to even speak to us, and now you're trying to kill us. I do not understand it. However, your honesty is appreciated. Tell the people of Gorhart that they have nothing to fear from us. We mean them no ill will, as long as they leave the forest undisturbed as they found it. Farewell.
Yeah, I didn't think the Fae would care.
Impressive ballad, Sagro.
Thank you. Good at fighting
Lionel,
me.
I assure you it's an ancient codex, just like in the tales.
Intriguing. And why would such a thing be revealed to a child of dust?
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up. This is Lionel, Lore Master of the House of Ballads. Give the codex over to him, and he may have your answers. I'm a woman of many talents, and we're all taught that we must use our talents for the greatest good, right?
I guess. I mean, dressing yourself obviously isn't one of them, but sure.
The Codex of Fate is no simple lore stone. It's more subtle and complex than any mortal could comprehend. But a lore master of ballads may be able to interpret it. For a long time, they were content to keep to their play of the summer and winter courts. Now we fight Gadflow and the Tuatha for our very existence. A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but if it isn't, then worrying about it won't change a thing.
That was probably me before I died. You're a dark elf. Why would I trust you again? Yeah.
Lionel's one of the greatest balladeers amongst the Fae, and the most learned lore master you'll find outside of Issa. And as it happens, he owes me a favor.
How?
The Fae do not have a written language, so their tales are their lifeblood, their history, and their future all in one. The House of Ballads is where they enshrine these legends and celebrate them, time and again. The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and energy of nature, but they can still be as aloof and uncaring as a brutal summer day. The current High King of the Fae is Titarian, the wisest of the Summer Court. While Gadflow has undermined the Winter Court, he tries to keep their cycle in balance.
Titarian sounds like a masculine version of Titania, which is the name of the where's Titarian sounds like Oberon and Titania mashed together. Gotta say, I missed some of the implications the first time I did this. Yeah, it only makes sense if you're coming at it the second time.
You haven't been around much, have you? The Tuatha have been pressing west from their home in Alabastra. Right now, they're only threatening my people. But if we fall, the Tuatha will turn their eyes to the other mortal races. Titarian isn't quite what you'd expect from the High King of Summer. But he hasn't got the arrogance of his cousins, or their cheer. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, Titarian has become distant and melancholy, and blind to the dangers around him.
Her eyes are reflecting light oddly.
The Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court, led by Gadflow and his insane rants about their new god. They've taken power and declared war on mortals. They use raw Prismia to enhance their power, and their devotion borders on madness. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely. We've known for a long time that Prismere crystals allow us to store and focus magical power. The gnomes use it in their grander inventions, when they can get it. But we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. It makes his Tuatha the most dangerous army I've ever seen.
So, if it's that powerful, and it can boost anyone who wears it that much, then how fucking useless must the assassins sent to attack us in the tower at the beginning have been? If they were wearing full Prismere gear, and yet they still fell. Are her eyes reflecting light or glowing with magic? It's sometimes hard to tell in this game. Nah, they're not glowing. There's not enough light around here. I don't think even the Fey eyes glow, it's just that they've got black sclera, so it looks like their irises are that much brighter.
The Winter Court, or the Unseelie, embrace the destruction and decay of nature. They aren't evil, but they aren't exactly the best of friends. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court, but since the Tuatha have seized power, there is neither peace nor predictability. Lore Master Glional has devoted centuries to the study of lore and ancient Fey stories. The codex you found isn't just any lore stone. Just talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be able to shed some light on the issue.
Her voice sounds familiar, but I can't place the voice actor.
You must be Lady Shear's friend. She speaks very highly of you. An occasion rare enough to be worth recording in its own right. But let's see this codex.
Abby Craden. What's she been in? Nothing I recognise. Well, she was in The Grinch. 2018 one.
The fabled Codex of Destiny. When the Fate Weavers formed their order, our High King gave his own wisdom to assist them. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift, but why did it reveal itself to you? Nonsense. All children of dust have a story that is written before you see your first dawn. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void, an end to the endless. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom. I'm sure you think it is. I fear you must have been taken in by a forgery. A perfectly created one, perhaps, but a forgery nonetheless. But this codex speaks of impossible things, changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresies. To ascribe these lies to the High King would be... I'm sorry, but I must ask you to take it away. I will have no part in these lies. He is an offense to our people. He upsets the natural order, and his war breaks the cycle. I will speak no more of him. Is there a meaning to it? Only its author could tell you. Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
Alrighty.
Glional spends his life cherishing old stories, but show him something truly new, and he dismisses it. Tragic. No, I bet my blades that it's real. Glional may be a very learned scholar, but it's been ages since he had to learn anything new. Most Fae don't take well to new ideas. If this old fool thinks the High King would never have written the Codex, then it's all the more important that the High King see it. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Issa. Very few mortals are permitted in its gardens. I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone. Niralim is a private person, and he carries a grudge against me.
Can't imagine
Although
why.
perhaps person isn't the right word for him, nor is him. You'll find him in southeast Dallantarth at Caer Niralim. Just head towards the giant tree, and, well, you'll see. Niralim is the oldest living mortal. He remembers the time before even the Fae called these lands home. You should see how they cherish him. He rarely grants an audience to visitors. His tenders say he knows the future as well as the past. It makes him very particular about what he says.
Ent sounds like an ent. Well, you're almost right. Niralim is a giant tree.
That old coward. He may have lived 100 heroic lives, but he's lost the moment he faces something truly new. Pathetic.
How can you be heroic if you know exactly what's going to happen?
None of us could have foreseen the rise of Gadflow and his army, but we should have, and now we're all facing the price. That codex isn't just a complicated lore stone. It seems to tell a tale most Fae don't want to hear, and created by High King Titarian himself, no less. Interesting. You'll have to meet him on your own. I'd accompany you, but Niralim and I have our disagreements. Good luck with Niralim, and ignore anything he says about me.
No, I think I'll ask him specifically about you. Ooh. I think I want to stay here. And craft gems, but I'll do that off stream because that's not story related. So, we're a little bit over time, but that's fine. That will be it for today. I have, what do I have to do next? Do I have anything to do in Ettinmere? Oh yeah, go back to Holmstead and talk to what's-his-face about the daggers. And then I guess I'll move west into Haxie next time, because I do have some missions there. But yeah, that's for Friday. Oh yes, this is Niralim, this big old tree, Caer Niralim. I think Caer means stone, or perhaps hill. Anyway, that'll do it for today. I'll be back on Friday, round about 8. I do keep trying to go for 8, but stuff keeps happening and making me later than that, so I apologise. I hope to see you again, and I hope you have a nice time in the intervening period. Goodbye.